Good morning. You are listening to the C. Allen Morning Show with Bennett and Brown. We are here today talking with Sonya Magett, and we're discussing beauty empowerment, the media's view of black beauty, beauty industry's view of black beauty, and how you view yourself. Welcome back, Sonya.
Hi, welcome back.
Okay, so I've got one for you now. You are the media, okay? How are you going to deal with these issues in your magazine?
Okay. I think that it's, and what I've especially learned having worked under, I've been blessed with the opportunities to worked under some very powerful women in the industry who I thought done a good job in the history. Having worked with Susan Taylor, Karen Amayo, who's presently head editor-in-chief of Ebony Magazine's website, ebony.com. If you look at ebony.com, she makes it it's very important to her to have community-minded issues. Michaela Angela Davis, who's a feminist, who have worked under. You guys should actually follow her on Twitter.
She was a guest on our show recently.
These are also, I'm suggesting these women because a lot of these women are also using media to help empower women of color. So I'm going to be what I've learned working under these women, under these mentors, is to be very mindful to always address these issues. It's about creating a space where women can express themselves, not just stylishly in terms of fashion, but also creating a platform so that they can voice their opinions in a comment section, allowing them to contribute and write articles where they express their minds. Karen Amayo is doing absolutely fantastic job of that, using women like Dream Hampton and Joan Morgan, other feminist writers who I've had the pleasure of working under when I started my career at the Source magazine. So I'm taking a note of that, and those are some of the small steps that we should do that allow us to do our part. There are a lot of unknown smaller women who are launching blogs and websites and using YouTube, and so I'm looking to do the same thing, and that's using advantage of the media to create a platform to allow others to be able to contribute. And that's really kind of the whole point of it, not just in terms of style and beauty, where we are using style and beauty to express ourselves, but also with regards to self-esteem. So one of the things I'd like to start off by saying is, as we're talking about how do we own our empowerment, to go back to C. Allen,
yes.
What can black women do? I was thinking about some of the small critical steps that women of color need to take we can just take a few small steps every day to feel empowered so that we can be our own Viola Davises at work. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If we become more spiritual, that makes a difference. It's no matter what your belief system is, and it's really about acceptance and being grateful for who you are and being really content with yourself, okay? Also, journaling, meditation, cleaning your house and really cleaning your space and where you live clears your mind, and that
That's
also
right.
helps you and keeps you from going a little bit crazy. And even eating a little bit healthier every day really, really helps. Would you agree, Seven?
I agree. These are the things we talk about all the time.
All those things really help to empower you so that you can become your own Viola Davis at this moment, at this instant, whether it's writing positive notes in a Post-it and putting in the mirror and looking at yourself and listening to certain songs, whatever makes you feel good, whether it's India R.E. For me, it's that TLC song, Damn I'm Pretty. Remember that song that came out in the 90s? I still listen to that. That song makes me feel good. Remember when she says it doesn't matter if you let your hair grow or you can use all the makeup that
That's
magnates.
right.
How that song is so empowering.
It is.
For me. It's little things that is how we can own our power and also be mindful of our spending power. Be very, very mindful of our spending power and where you're spending it. It's okay to go to your Dwayne Reed or your Walgreens or your Rite Aid, because this is how mainstream media and this is how corporate America have learned what our spending power is. But now that they've recognized how powerful we are with our spending, let's start giving it back to the community and taking it more back to black salons and saying, okay, now that I make six figures, I'm going to go to the non-black salons, that charges $1,000 for whatever hairstyle and, using more of the natural beauty and hair care products like Jesse's Curls or Carol's Daughter. That's also empowerment. That's empowering our community as a whole and not being selfish. So I hope some of those. I hope that was able to answer both of your questions.
Yes. Now let me ask you this question. Now that you have raised that. What is your take on, I just had a client who said to me that, oh my God, my students, they so wonderful to me. They treated me to a gift certificate to the Red Door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Elizabeth Arden,
yes.
Beauty Spa. I've been there before in New York City, Manhattan. Okay, I had one also. Okay.
And I'm looking at it like, so are you saying, it goes back to a lot of the things that you're saying, but I want you to answer this. So what is your take on about 17 black women got enough money together to give the teacher, our makeup teacher, the gift certificate to the Red Door? So to me, that's saying a lot of stuff.
Yes, it does.
Walks right by yourself.
Well, I started off as an artist when I was a little kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer originally. So when I did sketches, I always drew sketches of white women. Why? Because there are mostly Vogues and Bazaars in my house. I didn't put two and two together when I looked at Essence and Ebony in the home when I was a kid to come up with design illustrations, right? This is an analogy to answer your question. So when I did these drawings at school, it took a black man, one of my teachers, to say, those pictures are fantastic. Wow, you sketch really well. Why aren't you sketching women of color?
Mm-hmm.
It had to take someone to educate me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's like, so what I'm saying is there's a little bit of ignorance on some level, and you kind of have to forgive them and not take it personal. And what I would do if I was your client is do my part to educate them and say, hey, are you aware of blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah,
The C. Allen Signature Salon?
Her part, she could suggest a black salon. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Or black products. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. The money is, but do your part to educate and teach. Does that make sense?
Almost definitely. I think that that kind of sums up what not only is the morning show about, but what we do at the award-winning Bennett Career Institute, Sonya. Every single week in my student body meeting, my SBM, I have to constantly educate our people because at the end of the day, a lot of us do not like us. Did you hear that?
I did.
But that's not our fault.
I took a deep breath, but I heard it.
It's really, you gotta really talk to them about Willie Lynch and the history and how he came to Jamaica and he told, there's a real history there.
Almost definitely.
It's not about teaching them how to really flip that hair or how to curl and make sure it's the right temperature, but the more you teach people about that history and we pass it on to our family and our kids and our nieces and our nephews, that's how we empower those who are closest to us. Or even if you're a teacher, you don't even have to be a parent. So if you talk to them, because it's so deep, if you talk to them about Willie Lynch, the slave owner, and how he was sent to Jamaica and was told and was telling them how to be successful with slaves, do you know what he told them? You keep them apart.
That's right.
You make sure they hate each other.
That's
you don't
right.
let the black women rise to the top. It's deep.
Almost mission
These
accomplished.
are all the things that have led us to where we are today.
And that's the reason why we like the Michaela Angela Davis who was on the show and the Sonya Magett and all of those that can come out and share with our thousands of listeners how important it is for us to not only know our history but begin to empower our own selves. One of the things that I appreciated was which I tell the students all the time, you have to put some things in front of you. You have to put it on the mirror. You have to put it in front of that refrigerator door. You have to put it right before you walk out your door. It's
you
about
can tweet it out to your friends.
Yeah,
and
you have to keep reminding
it's
yourself
about
over and
self-fulfilling prophecy. You have to constantly tell yourself some things, positive things, so you can start to embed that within your mindset. I think it's awesome.
Thought word to action. Okay, I wonder if you would do me a favor, Sonya. I would like it if you could give us your Twitter handle and maybe you could make a post of all the women you recommend, your powerhouse women in beauty, to follow.
Yes, absolutely. I most certainly will do that. They don't follow me, but I follow them, and that's okay.
That's okay, but
I'm new to Twitter. I only have a couple hundred followers, and that's okay. But yes, Michaela Angela Davis, Karen Mayo, Joan Morgan, Dream Hampton, Thembisa Mshaka, Akiva Solomon. The list goes on. Ayana Bird. And these were women who are smart and they're powerful and they're black and they're educated. And they've also had the opportunity to also end up in a corporate world and end up at your Condé Nast publications such as your Glamour and, and all these different major companies.
In
NPR,
positions of power.
Some of my colleagues, Fox News, and guess what they do? They use those media places to be able to, express themselves freely about our, issues and our concerns.
Well,
and
Sonya,
so that's what power is about, really, too. That's how you also own your power, too.
We can be talking about this until next week.
Okay, you can follow me at Sonya Magett, SonyaMagett, at Sonya Magett. Same thing on Facebook, SonyaMagett.
It was wonderful talking to you today.
Wonderful speaking with you. Thanks you again for the opportunity. And see, Alan, I'll be looking for you the next time I'm in D.C. You too, Seven.
Yes.
I can't wait to check everything out.
Make sure you come and see us.
You guys have a blessed day and a blessed week.
All
you
right.
too.
All right, everybody. We just got finished talking to the awesome Sonya Magett. It was time for us to go to a commercial. We'll be back after these messages. You're live here with the C. Allen Morning Show featuring Bennett and Brown.